Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Minecraft Feed the Beast Monster Mod Pack. Salute! Oh, shoot! Sorry about that. Didn't mean to smack you in the face with my my wand. As you can see, I have kind of upgraded my Thaumcraft room, and I'm wearing my nice new goggles of revealing, my robe, and I do have my boots of the traveler. I love my boots of the traveler. They make me run so fast, even when I'm just walking around the base. It's very nice, especially when you have a very long hallway in your base. All right. I'm still not sure if I like Thaumcraft or not, for the mere fact that anytime I want to research something new, let's see, like a new pickaxe or something, I have to get a research note. All right, get the note in my inventory, go to my desk, put it in the desk, and then I have to match up using the different essences, I guess they're called. I'm not too fluent on any of this. This mini game is only fun for about the first half a dozen times. Then it just gets monotonous, and when you have to do it for every single item in the game, you get tired of it real quick, or at least I do. Some people might actually enjoy playing the mini game. Ooh, there's my brain in a jar. Infernal Furnace. Now, this Infernal Furnace is kind of neat. It's like a smeltery. You load things into the top. I equipped it with a chest. I can throw in, say, iron. It'll smelt the iron, and it'll drop it into the hungry chest. Let's see. We'll give an example. Why is that not working? All right, let me turn that on. I'll be right back. Okay, I just had to go kick my ME system. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes when I log in, I just have to unplug it, plug it back in, and it works fine. All right, I was going to show you just a little demonstration here of my Infernal Furnace. All right, put that in there, goes into the top, and it starts smelting up iron, and it spits it out the front. And then down here I have a hunger chest that eats it up. Now this also gives experience. There's a chicken down here. What are you doing down here? That's what you get when you escape. I'll show you that in a minute. The experience is actually absorbed by the brain in the jar, so that if at any time I need a little extra XP, like let's say I want to tip the scales to 50 XP, I can just borrow it from my brain in the jar. He's kind of creepy. He follows me around everywhere. Plus he breathes really heavy. Not quite sure about that. My ME system broke again. Need to fix that. Alright. Got the usual equipments. My arcane amblix, my furnace. Transfer essence from one jar to another. I've just about, I'd say probably half of these are full. I haven't finished filling them all up. I haven't found them all yet. My runic matrix, according to the book, let's see if I can find the darn thing. Where's that? Alchemy. Artifices. Yeah, down here, this infusion altar. It doesn't really give a good explanation of how to build the darn thing. Yeah, there's a picture, but it doesn't really explain the ins and outs. It talks about everything being symmetrical. It talks about having candles and skulls around it for stability. And the only thing that's actually saved me was watching a lot of Direwolf 20 videos and watching some other people. And I noticed that a lot of people either have one or two pedestals on each side of the runic matrix, but sometimes it causes it to be off balance. However, I decided to put 3 pedestals on each side, and it has worked perfectly, regardless of what recipe I try to put in here. It's always symmetrical. Try to think of a really good. Yeah, here we go. See, we have 6. Now, if you had 2 on each side, 6 doesn't divide into 8, but 6 divides into 12. So this works out. So it stays more stable, I guess what I'm trying to say. Also with the skulls, I saw this little trick done once. Instead of having just a few skulls around the outside, put them underneath. I have not had a single instability in anything I have researched. Not a one. Of course, I've probably jinxed myself now, but hey, it works for me, and I'm happy. Also, I've started collecting my aura nodes. I've been trying to keep the Roguelike Dungeons the way they were. You know, using this room that was already pre-built. I built a little stairway in this cubby to go upstairs. I've got my wand recharging station here, so I can recharge for my aura nodes. I am not done collecting aura nodes. I'm probably going to fill up this whole room with aura nodes. Alright. Can only do a little at a time. Alright. Doing good. But this is coming along quite well. I like this alchemical construct a lot better than the crucible. Every time I use the crucible, I had overflow, and then I would get kind of like the purple goo. I have not gotten any purple goo from this thing or this thing, which tells me I'm doing something right. All right, let's go ahead and take a look around at some of the other things that I've been working on. All right. I've been using some of my magic for these guys. I've got my stones of warding that keeps them in, but as you saw from my rogue chicken, it's not 100%. Now, last week I also noticed that one of my chickens had died. Betsy, my chicken that gives milk. See, look at there, 1 out of 4 health. I don't know why they're dying, but I've got the lamp of fertility, so that if any of these chickens, well, if my chickens falls below 8 chickens, the lamp of fertility will say, hey, we need some babies in here. Don't kill Dolly. Let's see if we can demonstrate here. Don't kill Dinnerbone. All right, there we go. All right. Now we have a baby chicken because we had less than 8. So really cool way of keeping my chicken population up without everybody dying. Plus I go in and out pretty easy. All right, nothing new really in here. Oh yeah, I forgot what those were. Night vision goggles. Yeah, they don't work. More potions. I found some more dungeons. While I was out looking for aura nodes, I ran across a few dungeons. That was always good. I'm getting a few more essence berries. That's about all that's going on in here. We're maxed out on the lava. All right. Yeah, this system I am building up. All right. Why is this doing this? I'm losing energy for some reason. Alright, I probably got a bigger problem that I am unaware of. We'll have to fix that. Alright, my ME storage system is up and running. You know what? Let's just go ahead and take a look at what we've got behind the curtain here. This is my power plant. Alright. Why is this thing going down? Okay, we're coming from here. That's maxed out. It just looks like I'm drawing more energy. Alright, let's increase the input a little bit. There we go. Okay, I think what happened is I tipped the scale on this ME system. I did not want this sucking off too much power from here because this would drain. But this is being recharged by this. 50 million RFs, or as Generic B would say, Rastafarians. But this is my power plant. This is going out to all my quarries. My lava tank from the nether is feeding into all these magmatic dynamos. Now you're probably wondering, why do I need so many? Well, one of the drawbacks of a magmatic dynamo is the fact that it only puts out 80 RF. That's it, which is not a whole lot. So if I actually want to store it, like for example, this thing is using a lot more than 80 per tick. It's using, where's that? Energy using 100. So we're going over the 80 by a little bit. So I need more than one. Alright, so that's our power plant. It should last us for quite a while. And like I said, the power plant recharges my resident ender cell, which goes over and charges my redstone energy cell, which energizes all this equipment, and it charges my hardened energy cell, which powers nothing but my ME system. Alright, so that's a little view behind the curtain. I'm trying to keep it nice and neat where you don't see all of that. But this thing is working great. I was having trouble keeping my inventory from filling up my drive, so I built a second drive system. And by the time I built this, I realized, hey, I need to figure out how to use these. How do I use diamond chests? And there's actually 3 ways of doing it. And let me see if I can explain it. I'm not a dire wolf, but what I've done, it works for me. For example, in this chest here, I have all my mana beans. Just my mana beans. Now, my storage bus, which connects it to the storage system, if you click on that, you'll see that it's bidirectional, input and output. Well, how in the world do I keep anything but beans from going into the system? Very simple. This right here, partition storage. So what this screen is showing is I'm telling the storage bus, you can pull out and put in anything that is a bean, because I said partition with this. And that's it. Also, I gave the chest a priority of 1, which means it's the last place it's going to put in the system. This is not really relevant right now because I told it to partition just for beans. Now let's say something like trees. Alright, I've got trees and saplings and dye in this chest. Same way, I don't know if I can reach the bus from back here. There we go. Alright, if you notice, I did not say partition to what is in there. But what I did do was say priority of 90. It's got a higher priority than any other chest. So before tree saplings or wool goes into a chest with a 1, a 2, or a 3, this has priority. Hey, put it in here. Also, another trick that it does, it's bidirectional, is I physically dropped wood, saplings, and dye in this chest before connecting it to the storage system. Now, because I physically dropped it in here, the ME system is going to say, hey, where do I put these saplings? Oh, hey, we've got some in this chest. Let me put them in there. So any chest that's already pre-populated, that's the first place it's going to put it. So that's 2 ways of doing it. The third way of doing it is like with this one, it has just random crap. But if you'll notice over here, it's empty. Why is that? Well, that's because this one has a priority of 50, whereas this one has a priority of 80. This one has higher priority. So the ME system is going to throw random stuff into this chest, and when it fills up, then it will go to this chest. So it keeps everything nice and compact when it comes to priority. So over here, lower priority, put last. Higher priority, put first. If that makes sense. All right. This is our assembly unit, which you can pre-program with how to make certain items. I encoded the magnetic dynamos, which was awesome for when I built my power plant. I just told the system, hey, I need 50 dynamos. And then as long as I had the material, it crafted them up. Also, with my storage cells, this was very, very difficult because it's a multi-tiered process to get 64K. You have to construct a 1K, a 4K, a 16K, and then the 64K. And it takes a lot of Certus quartz. So I built this monitor to basically monitor how many we have, and anytime we get up to about 128, which is 2 stacks, I'll tell the system, hey, make me another storage unit, and it'll sit there and chug away. And I have told it how to actually do a lot of the menial stuff, such as, where's it at? It's probably on a different page. I don't know why these pages are different. Blank patterns. But anyway, like if it needs dust, it'll put it into here, like like the glowstone. Need glowstone. It'll put the glowstone in, make dust, pull it back out. Then if it needs to cook something, like for example these processors, which you need both of these, you need about 27 of these, you need about 4 of these. It'll actually craft them and then put them in the oven, cook them up, pull them back out, and finish the assembly. So 100% totally automated, works like a champ. There was a update to my mod pack for the genetics, and the only reason I know that, these are coat rack hangers for my lab coat. Sorry, piece of candy. The only reason I know that is because in my NEI, too many items. Let's see, advanced. There we go. The only reason I know there was an update is because now there's new items on here. Throw potions. I don't remember seeing that before. More hearts. I don't remember seeing that. Wither hits. Destroy blocks with fireballs. So there's more things that I could actually put for abilities. I just haven't gotten around to doing any of them. Organized all my chests. Same way with these. I organized them manually and told the system, hey, only put this stuff in here. So, really good way to organize everything. This is getting a little bit smaller because I need less and less items. Alright, I still haven't figured out how to automate my smelter yet. I've got a couple of ideas in the back of my mind. I'm still working on it. Alright, yeah, just a few changes. Most of it has been with the magic. Alright, outside here, check this out. We have a rainbow tree. Why do we have a rainbow tree? Well, because I found a rainbow biome. And it's nowhere in the Biomes O'Plenty that I'm aware of, and it's nowhere in the Twilight Forest that I'm aware of. And according to some of the pages on the internet, it's a rare biome that is a treasure because these are OP. From a single tree, I can get every single dye, every single sapling, golden apples, all from a single tree. So it's very, very OP. And I found an entire forest. So guess where I set up one of my quarries? That's right. Also, I have started planting more silverwood trees to turn this into a magical biome. I have removed the sinister node to stop the eerie biome from spreading. So that's a good thing. And let's take a real quick look into the nether, and I'll show you my progress with my quarry and some of the other neat things. Alright, I've got to switch to my night vision helmet real quick. There we go. Alright, if you remember, I had stairs up to my quarry. Well, it's close enough that I can actually walk through the wall now. My quarry is still chugging away in the nether, and I'm just getting tons of material. All right. Every now and then I have to come down here and plug up the lava holes because it does not go through lava. So you can see I was just down here a little while ago. It's having to backtrack and pick up what it missed before. So we're doing good here. All right. The last thing I actually wanted to show you was our lava usage. All right, you can see that we are using up the lava. My pumps are pumping away, and it is going down. All right, but it looks like we still have plenty of lava left. And it's really not that big of a deal if this runs out, because I'm sure we can find more lava somewhere. All right. Well, that's about my time for now. I just wanted to give you a quick update on how we were doing. Let me know what you think. Leave a like, leave a comment. And as always, I will see you next time.